How's it going, guys? This is Merlin from glowsticking.com, and I'm here to give you an advanced finger ISO tutorial. In the first tutorial, we went over the basic finger isolation movements. So in this one, we're going to go over different things you can do with the isolations. So here we go. If you haven't seen the first isolation tutorial, you should watch it first before you watch this one. So some of the moves we have, you have your anti-spins, which would be where you do your glow sticks spinning. So you actually do your isolations while you're moving your arms. So the way you do that is you do the basic isolation move, and then you'll actually do the isolation well, one of my new favorite things to do is this move I saw online. What it is, it's you go like this, and it's like an inverted isolation, I guess you could say. I don't really know how to describe it, but yeah, that's what it looks like. And then you can do different variations of that also. I haven't practiced them enough yet lately, so I can't show them to you yet. So when you play with them a little bit, you can go from your isolation, and then you can isolate together, and then from there you can actually transition to another isolation. And then I like to use my isolations almost as pivot points for the sticks, like if I'm kind of like an isolation tut. I don't know, just because it's more straight angles rather than the smooth movements. And then you can even go diagonal with them, bring them out. You can do your anti-spins. You can isolate around one stick. You can isolate in a different direction while you're keeping the stick stationary. You can even do this one where you do a slow isolation as you go around with the other stick. Yeah, and then there's also other types of isolations, which would be like you're doing the isolation movement, but you're getting a different effect with the glow sticks altogether. So like when you do this, you're still doing the isolation movement with your fingers, going in very slow motion. You're still twirling the sticks with your fingers and your wrists, so it's similar to an isolation, but I guess it's an extension of an isolation. Other things you can do also is you can just isolate one stick and then pivot it around and change the speeds of them. You can even do the circular isolation moves by themselves, make them overlap. They can even turn into some pretty cool different things. I'm working on a lot of this stuff, and I hope you guys are too. And then you can even do really simple things with isolation movements too. You don't have to do the whole circular spin movement. You can just actually take the glow sticks and do simple different things, even little angles. Ugh. So yeah, there's lots of different things you can work on. Yeah. Tracing isolations. It doesn't look as cool as some of them, but I just got the idea. I was like, well, if you can trace, you should be able to do an isolation trace, right? Like you can do What's nice about isolations is they work really well with transitions for a lot of moves, especially when you're going from like tosses and stalls. If you happen to grab the stick with your fingers like this, and you grab it, you put yourself into an opportunity to do another isolation, and then you can even just use that to go into a different move. So there's lots of things you can do with the isolations, but I've really been trying to do the butterfly anti-spins, where you can make some type of a base here. So this is the inside of your flower, and then you can come up here and you can do just a simple flower. Go around. I like where you can come in like this, kind of do like a butterfly isolation almost. And when you do these, when you do the butterfly isolations, remember you're going to have one stick behind another. So when you're doing it, you still get the appearance that, you know, that they're one whole piece, and you don't really see that gap there. So just remember that your placement, one in front of the other when you're doing things like helicopters. Yeah, I like this. You can actually come out like this. And then I even also like to just do the, it's not even an isolation, it's just the pencil wiggle. Like, it makes some really cool effects, especially if you use them in conjunction with your isolations. If you're doing this, and you're keeping one spinning like this. So yeah, there's lots of other things that you can do with the glow sticks. Keep practicing. Sorry this wasn't as in depth as the last one. I just kind of made it on a whim because the original one got deleted. So, but if you have any questions, feel free to message me or comment or anything. And good luck.